Failure is temporary, a stepping stone to growth. Everyone has experienced failure or made mistakes in life. However, the key is to realize that failure is not the end but a temporary phase. From this perspective, failure becomes less of a fear and more of a valuable lesson, an opportunity to learn, grow, and move forward. Failure is an inevitable part of life. In life, no one can avoid mistakes or failures. Even the most successful people in the world have faced challenges. Consider the example of Thomas Edison. Before inventing the light bulb, he failed thousands of times. When asked about his failures, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This demonstrates that failure is an integral part of discovery and creation. Each failure brings valuable lessons as long as we are willing to learn from them. Why is failure temporary? According to Buddhist philosophy, everything in life is impermanent. This means nothing lasts forever, including failure. What we perceive as failure today can become a significant turning point tomorrow. Failure serves as the foundation for growth and development. Imagine an athlete training to break a record. They face defeats in practice and competitions, but these setbacks motivate them to strive harder, make adjustments, and improve. Lessons learned from failure. Failure teaches lessons that nothing else can. An entrepreneur who experiences a business loss learns to manage risks better. A student who fails an exam learns patience and the importance of preparation. These lessons not only help us grow but also build a solid foundation for future success. For example, Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, was rejected from over 30 jobs before building his e-commerce empire. He often emphasized that those rejections taught him resilience and determination, enabling him to achieve greatness. How to overcome failure. Accept failure as a natural part of life. Nobody is perfect, and making mistakes is part of being human. Take time to reflect on what went wrong. Where did the mistakes occur? What can be improved? These questions help identify solutions and foster progress. Maintain belief in yourself. Even when things seem bleak, remember that you have the ability to turn the situation around. Focus on long-term goals and don't let minor setbacks discourage you. Seek support from friends, family, or trusted mentors. Encouragement and guidance from others can help you navigate difficulties and feel motivated to move forward. Failure through the lens of Buddhist philosophy. Buddhism views failure through the principles of non-self and impermanence. Failure does not define who you are. It is merely a part of your life journey. By letting go of attachment to failure, you can free your mind from suffering and focus on self-improvement. The story of Siddhartha Gautama, who became the Buddha, exemplifies this perspective. Before achieving enlightenment, he explored various paths, from a life of luxury to asceticism. Each path brought challenges and failures, but these experiences ultimately led him to discover the middle way, which resulted in his enlightenment. Failure is not a stopping point, but a stepping stone to greater achievements. The lessons learned from failure help us grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared for life's challenges. As Winston Churchill famously said, "Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm." Embrace failure as a teacher and companion on your journey towards success. Failure is temporary. Challenges as stepping stones to growth. Failure. Temporary labels in life's journey. Failure, often labeled as a definitive end, is a concept that discourages many. However, from the perspective of Buddhism, failure is merely a phase in the evolution of one's mind and abilities. It is not a stopping point, but a lesson. Take the story of Steve Jobs, for instance. In his youth, Jobs was ousted from Apple, the very company he founded. For many, such an event would have marked a bitter end to their career. However, Jobs used this time to learn, refine himself, and establish other companies like Next and Pixar. When he returned to Apple, he revolutionized global technology. From a Buddhist standpoint, this exemplifies the principle of impermanence. No failure is eternal, and every event carries a profound cause and effect relationship, as long as we are willing to learn from it. Academic setbacks and opportunities for realignment. Everyone faces setbacks in academics or career at some point in life. Failing an exam, for example, is often considered a shameful failure. However, many have turned such setbacks into opportunities to realign their paths. Nguyen Ha Dong, the creator of the global hit game Flappy Bird, didn't follow the traditional path of academic success. Instead, with creativity and a passion for programming, he developed a simple yet globally impactful product. This success story demonstrates that failure in one domain doesn't equate to failure in life. In Buddhist philosophy, this reflects the practice of letting go, releasing societal expectations and labels to discover the path that aligns with one's true self. Business failures. The journey of risk takers. Business failure is one of the most dreaded experiences for modern individuals. However, it is often within failure that great entrepreneurs find their paths to success. Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC, serves as a prime example. He began his entrepreneurial journey at the age of 65, after being rejected hundreds of times when proposing his fried chicken recipe to restaurants. Those rejections didn't deter him but instead sharpened his resolve. Eventually, KFC became one of the world's most famous food brands. In Buddhism, Colonel Sanders' perseverance embodies the virtue of diligence, continuing effort, and determination in the face of adversity. Marital struggles. A mirror for self-reflection. One of the most painful failures people face is the breakdown of a marriage. When a relationship dissolves, there is often a tendency to blame the other party or oneself. However, from a Buddhist perspective, such breakdowns are not failures but mirrors reflecting deeper issues within each individual. For example, a single mother following a marital breakup might feel lost and overwhelmed. Yet, it is during this time that she has the opportunity to reassess herself, learn independence, and build a new, better life for herself and her children. Buddhism teaches that every relationship is a lesson. Its dissolution doesn't signify an end but an opportunity to grow and cultivate healthier relationships in the future. Career setbacks. Rediscovering purpose. Many individuals face failure in their careers when laid off or struggling in their jobs. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and directionlessness. However, such moments often become turning points for introspection and rediscovery. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, was once unemployed and relying on social assistance after a divorce. In what seemed like rock bottom, she wrote one of the most famous literary works of all time. Buddhist philosophy emphasizes that loss often reveals one's true value. Like a tree shedding its old leaves, failure can pave the way for new growth. The role of mindfulness in facing failure. A powerful tool Buddhism offers for overcoming failure is the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness helps one focus on the present moment, instead of dwelling on past regrets or future anxieties. For instance, after failing an important exam, instead of spiraling into self-reproach, one can practice mindfulness by meditating, journaling, or engaging in physical activities to regain balance. Only with a clear mind can one assess their situation and plan their next steps. The power of community in Buddhism. When faced with failure, many people isolate themselves and feel alone. However, in Buddhism, the strength of the community Sangha is considered a crucial support system for overcoming challenges. For example, someone who has gone bankrupt can find support through community groups or social organizations. In these connections, they can find hope and motivation to rebuild their lives. Failure is an inevitable part of success. As the saying goes, failure is the mother of success. This aligns perfectly with Buddhist philosophy. No one achieves enlightenment without stumbling along the way. Consider the journey of the Buddha. Before attaining enlightenment, he explored numerous paths, from severe asceticism to profound meditation. Each misstep offered a lesson, ultimately guiding him to discover the middle way. Starting over with a renewed mindset. The most crucial aspect of failure is to start anew with a refreshed perspective. This requires not only patience but also faith in oneself. Take the example of Oprah Winfrey. She was once fired from a television hosting job for being unfit. However, that setback motivated her to create her own media empire. becoming one of the most influential women in the world. This mindset aligns with the Buddha's teaching. No one can defeat you unless you give up on yourself. Failure as a stepping stone for growth. When we view failure as a natural part of life, we no longer fear it. Every failure brings an opportunity to learn, grow, and move closer to our goals. Remember, every great success is built on the foundation of failures. As Buddhist philosophy teaches, failure is merely a chapter in the book of life and not the end. Let us continue to write new chapters with patience and confidence,